Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. It's your primitive, it's why I need number. It's your primitive, it's why I need.
Hello everybody and welcome to the first part in the series. This will be a flipper tutorial on how to use bad USB. So you take your flipper device and you plug it in with your USB cable to a computer, and it reads it as a keyboard and automatically runs scripts and commands from the keyboard. So what we're going to do is we're going to run a reverse shell. We're going to set up a cloud instance to catch the reverse shell first in Amazon AWS here, and we're going to plug the Flipper Zero into my computer, and it's going to launch a netcat session to the listener, which is on this AWS that we're about to configure, and then we're able to control the computer remotely through command line anywhere in the world, anywhere that has access to the session that is in the cloud. So using it as bad USB is definitely an easy way to use Flipper Zero. It doesn't require any additional hardware or anything like that. It just requires a little bit of know-how on how to use the AWS or Azure or cloud to catch the shell, and that's about it. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to go to EC2 here. We're going to log into AWS, and then we're going to go to EC2 here, and we're going to go to Launch Instance here, and we're going to we're going to search for Kali. And you can see right here is AWS Marketplace AMIs. Click there, and Kali Linux pops up first. We're going to select that. Kali Linux is a distribution for penetration testing. It contains all the tools and everything that you need for penetration testing, and it's just a good tool to have, and it comes free with the free tier of Amazon. So we're going to go ahead and use it. So we're going to go ahead and subscribe for this offering. And here are some settings. We're going to want to change the security group. So when we launch the instance, it's going to allow, by default, it's going to allow SSH traffic from anywhere to be able to configure the host. But we're going to be launching the reverse shell on port, let's say 4444. For testing, and so we're not going to be able to get in from the internet to be able to catch that shell. So we need to change the security group so that we're allowing traffic from anywhere on port 4444. So let's go to edit, and we're going to create security group. And we're going to type is all TCP. Source type is anywhere. And we're going to change the storage to 30 gigabytes EBS general purpose SSD storage. And we're going to launch the instance. And we're going to go ahead and create a new key pair. We're going to use PPK. So on this computer that I have, I'm using a Macintosh computer, but I have Windows in parallels in a virtual machine, which is going to use PuTTY. So I'm actually going to export this as a PPK for use with PuTTY. We're going to name it I exported that. And it launched the instance. So let's go to the instance. It should be launching any second now. And there it is. So let's click on the instance ID. And what we want here is the public IP address. So we have the key to log into it. and we need the public IP address. So we have the public IP address here, and there's a Ducky script. We have the public IP address. I will paste this in the comments and notes. But down here it says string bash insert public IP address. So just insert the public IP address here. What this is going to do is it's going to emulate an Apple Keywiz Ducky script. It's going to delay 1,000, and then it's going to launch a terminal. It's going to launch the bash command line, and then it's going to run this command and hit enter, and this will launch a reverse shell to our cloud instance in Kali that we can catch it. So go ahead and save this, and now it's time to plug our Flipper in, and you want to open the QFlipper app. So once you got it plugged in, you want to go ahead and open QFlipper, and right here it says File Manager, and then go to SD card, bad USB, and we're going to go ahead and drop that Ducky script right here, a reverse shell macOS.txt. And once that is done, we can unplug it and set that aside. Now we're going to open up Windows, and this is our Windows environment. This already has PuTTY installed. We're going to launch PuTTY. And we're going to paste in the public IP address of the instance. We're going to go down here to connections and SSH, auth, credentials, and this is where we're going to drop that private key that we generated earlier when we set up the Kali instance in the cloud. And we're going to go ahead and open it. Going to accept that. Now you're going to log in as Kali, K-A-L-I. And now we are logged in here. And now we're going to start the Netcat listener. So netcat-lvnp. We're going to listen on port 4444, 4444. And let's go ahead and now we're listening in the cloud on port 4444. And we're going to go ahead on your Flipper device. We're going to plug it in. And we're going to hit the middle button to run. It's emulating a keyboard. So it went ahead and launched that. And as you can see, in our Windows host that's connected to the cloud instance, we now have a reverse shell. So now we can, you can see we're on my computer from the cloud.